Put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The give to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Bulldogs are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Throws to the tight end. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's long. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Florida International offense is back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Snares it outside. It's Ferguson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. He's right on target. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. FIU pushing tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. And
throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Offense in the hurry-up. On second down, he's looking downfield. Hit as he throws. Makes a connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Drop unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
That makes the score Louisiana Tech 14, Florida International 6.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
He makes the catch, and he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bullock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Bulldogs are on the move. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Getting some heat. This time it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, Gator Bulldogs.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Running it back, it's McNeil. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step out of bounds after a very...
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. FIU will line up the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return, it's Simon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29. Before he's brought down. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and...
Going for the big play. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air, it's Jenkins. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Ruston. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. FIU pushing tempo.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Quick strike complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Defense in press coverage. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's McNeil. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Pulls and fires complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldog fans. It's 3rd.
Quarterback on the keeper. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Oregon State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Going to take a shot at this DB. Snags it on the right. And he's running in the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida International offense is back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll go to the counter play. Fights off a defender. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. FIU pushing tempo. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Panthers have their offense in high gear. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Lewis. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's got it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
On the run, it's Robertson. He's loose at the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. He fires it out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Leaves it with the back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Quick handoff. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Bulldogs will move the sticks.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Dances away to buy time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game has been.
Touchdown, Louisiana Tech! And the punishment has been extended. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw it again. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Finding more yards with the spin move. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida International.
Number 13.
When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Nice, solid form. Sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're
going over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. He'll take another shot here. Another incompletion on third down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's McNeil. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's McNeil. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback keeps it. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to find his man on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. He wants a big play here late. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. And here they come almost all the way back.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And
touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score at...
It's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
41, Florida International.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. FIU pushing tempo. Going up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock.
It's now second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. He wants it all. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's third down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen him had a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. 35 seconds remaining. They'll line up for the onside kick to try to pull this thing out. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They're trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to
Lofts one high and deep. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big